the hair salon for a simple trim. 20 minutes later, I was bald. I was at home when I realized my hair was so dry that it was making a crunch sound when I brushed it. That's when I finally decided to stop putting off going to the hair salon, and I drove straight there. As soon as the Brazilian girl started washing my hair and running her hands through my scalp, it was so relaxing that I closed my eyes and started snoring. But when I woke up, I knew something was wrong. The stylist wasn't there. The chair had been turned away from the mirrors. I reached up slowly to feel my hair. My fingers touched my bare scalp. No hair. Nothing. Just skin. Ah! I screamed so loud that everyone in the salon turned to look at me. I jumped out of the chair and ran to a mirror, and what I saw made my knees buckle. I was completely bald. Not a single strand left. I'm still not proud of what I did next, but I started screaming at the staff. I couldn't help it. I looked like a stranger. What did you do to me? Why would you do this? I asked for a trim. Dead ends only. Tears were streaming down my face. The last time I felt this ugly was when I was 14 and going through my awkward phase in middle school. No one responded, and I looked around the room. The receptionist wouldn't look at me. The stylist backed away. Nobody would answer me. They just stood there like they were waiting for something. Fine, have it your way, I smirked before calling my husband. You see, he's a lawyer, and I thought he would be ready to sue this place into the ground. I thought he would make sure I got justice. But as soon as I told him what had happened, he just said, "Stay there, I'm coming." His voice was completely nonchalant, like he didn't gab. He arrived in 15 minutes. I was so panicked that I didn't even think about the fact that he'd come from work, which was at least an hour drive away. And then I saw what was in his hand. A wig. Not a generic wig from a costume store. My color, my exact length, my exact style. The same cut I'd had for years. You don't buy that off a shelf. You order that in advance. It was like he had somehow known this was going to happen. "I got this for you until we get the problem figured out," he said softly. Like that was reassuring. My stomach dropped. Something was very, very wrong. The whole salon was watching us like we were in some soap drama. I didn't care. I told my husband, "I want to sue this place. Look what they did to me." He put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Let's not do that. It's not worth the stress. Let's just forgive and forget." I stared at him. This was the man who once threatened legal action against a neighbor for parking too close to our driveway. And now someone had shaved his wife's head without consent and he wanted to let it go. Then he turned to the manager, the one who'd been hiding in the back, and he said, "Thank you, Elise." He called her by her first name. No one introduced them. He'd never been here before. So how did he know her name? I felt ice spread through my chest. I stepped back from him. "How do you know her name?" He didn't answer right away, and that pause told me everything I needed to know. "You did this," I whispered. "You arranged this." He didn't deny it. He just took a breath and said, "I need to explain." I felt anger boil my blood. "Why? What kind of person does this to their wife?" I asked him. Suddenly, tears started streaming down his face. He took my hands. "The doctors called me 2 weeks ago. They'd found something in your blood work. Alopecia. The aggressive kind. Your hair is going to fall out very soon. All of it, and it's never going to grow back." I was terrified to tell you. I knew how you'd react. You'd blame yourself. You'd obsess over what you did wrong. I stared at him. He continued, "So I made a decision. If your hair was going to go anyway, I wanted you to have someone to blame. The salon, me, anyone but yourself." I sobbed into his chest while he held me in front of everyone.